Hey everyone, it's Mr. Curtis from the McLaughlin fourth grade team, and we're going to do some reviewing of fractions for today's wonderful Friday math review. This comes from chapter 6-6 from our Houghton Mifflin Harcourt expressions textbook. So our three targets of review are we're going to convert improper fractions, make that plural, to a mixed number. And we're going to convert mixed numbers to an improper fraction. And we're going to add and subtract fractions when they have like denominators. Those are the big ideas. Everything that you'll see today on this video, you'll see actually in the Google Slides. So for those of you that are watching this video and taking notes, great job. You'll have a massive advantage over those that do not. So let's get going. So on your first work slide page in Google Slides, we have three problems where we're going to convert a fraction, like these improper fractions, into a mixed number. So the rule, remember, we divide the fraction by placing the numerator in the division box. The numerator, as you know, is the number on top of the fraction. The divisor comes from the denominator. It goes outside the box. We're going to divide 32 by 5. And really, a fraction is a division problem. We divide these two to find out what the whole number is. Whatever the whole number is going to be the whole number here. The quotient becomes the whole number. If when you subtract there's a remainder, it's a leftover, and that's really what a numerator is. A numerator is just leftovers. It's an extra part. That will be your numerator. And the divisor and the denominator will be the same. So let's go ahead and do our math facts. We need to know our 5 facts with the division. 32 fifths. 32 can be divided by 5. 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 6 is 30. 5 times 7 is 35. Oh, that's too much. So we're going to go ahead and use our multiple of 6. 5 times 6 gets us 30. Now, the next part of division, as you well know, is you subtract to find out if there's anything left. In this case, when we take 32, our original numerator, and we divide it by 30, which we did our whole number multiplied by our denominator, we get 30. And 30 subtracted from 32 gets us a remainder of 2. So remember, the quotient becomes the whole number. The numerator is extra. See that? That's what the numerator becomes. And yep, the denominator stays the same. So that's the answer for number 10, everyone. And that is already done on your Google slide, but just wanted to show you in review. Now, let's go the opposite direction. So for numbers 11, 12, and 13 in the Google Slides, I went ahead and did number 12 for you. It looks just like this. And so we're going to break down how we got 5/4 from a mixed number of 1 and 1/4. As you know, we multiply the whole number by the numerator. 1 times 4, that equals 4. And then we add the extra numerator. And what is 4 plus 1 is 5. So I'm going to just go ahead and put a 5 right there. And you remember what the denominator is? Oops, what did I do there? It becomes the same. It stays the same. So 5/4. So we multiply and add and place all of that as the numerator, and the denominator, whoops, stays the same. For today's activity, number 12 is done, but you'll have to convert 3 2/5 into a fraction or an improper fraction. And you'll also have to multiply 2 and 11/12 to figure out what the improper fraction of that is. Easy enough? All right, let's go to the last slide. Okay, here we go. We're going to have 9 problems, and I did one of them for you. Now, the first 6 are going to actually be pretty quick. So just to review, number 14, 2/5 plus 1/5, and I kind of started it down here. When the denominators are the same, remember we don't add the denominators, but we do add or subtract whatever the numerators are in the top. And 2/5 plus 1/5 will get us a fraction of 3/5. Boom, right there. Now that's kind of the same thing. You'll actually probably blast through numbers 15 through 19. The tricky ones are going to be numbers 20, 21, and 22. I wrote one after adding or subtracting. If you have an improper fraction at the end, you'll have to convert. And all of them, by the way, hint, hint, will need to be converted. So let's just go ahead and look at number 21 as a very quick example. I'm not going to do all of it for you, but we can give you a leg up, especially since you've made it this far in the video. So we have common denominators, so we can just subtract across. Remember, our denominator doesn't change. And what's 23 minus 12? See, 22 minus 12 is 10. And one more, oh yeah, that'd be 11. 11/8. And do you remember what you do to convert 11/8 to get it to a mixed number? That's right. The number on top goes in the box. We divide, 8 goes into 11 one time. So we know that it's going to be 1 and something. And I'm going to have you go ahead and do the rest. You'll figure out what the numerator and the denominator is. So the same thing goes for 20. You can see right now that we have an improper fraction. We're going to have to convert that when we're done adding. And over here, we have a bunch of halves that are definitely greater than 2. So you're going to have to convert. As always, we hope you have a wonderful day. You're being safe. We're kind of almost through this quarantine, but we do love how hard you're working. Please go ahead and email any questions that you have to your teachers and do the best you can in typing your answers in Google Slides. Have a great and blessed Memorial Day weekend. We'll see you soon. Bye for now.